Hello, boys and girls. This is your Writer's Workshop lesson for the week of April 20th. Here's a look at what you see in your packet that sort of outlines for you and your grown-ups what you have to do. And basically on Monday, you're going to be focusing on getting your characters in trouble and writing about that on the next page of your book. And on Wednesday, you're going to focus on getting your characters out of trouble and writing a good ending for your story, as well as going back and editing and making sure your work has that capital letter punctuation, sounds like how we talk. So let's recap. So far, we have created a book series title, several book titles, and main characters who will star in every book of our series. We've also made the cover of our first book in the series. We've touched and told or made plans for the first book in our series. We've also written a rough draft of the first page of our book. We've also made edits to our first page. And that's about what we've done so far, right? You did that, a little bit of that work before spring break and then a little bit of that work last week. So here's what you're going to be doing this week. On Monday, you're going to decide on the problem your character or characters will get into. So do some brainstorming. What exactly is their problem going to be? How are they going to get into trouble? Then you're going to use that idea to write the next page or two of your book. And I'm going to use my example to help guide you through what that might look like. So, just a reminder, this is my first page. And I don't want you to make fun of my drawings because I had to do it with my finger and that was very complicated. So, this is how my first page read. It started like any other day. Sean and I were playing on our new swing set. It was awesome. There was a treehouse, a rocket glider, and 2 swings. Nothing could be better, or so we thought. Right, so that's what I wrote for my first page. Now I've got to do some brainstorming. First, I've got to decide how I'm going to lay it out. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the back of that first page for my illustration, and then that new clean page to do my writing on. And this is completely up to you. If you are writing more of a graphic novel and you want to have picture boxes with dialogue, that's totally fine. If you want to just keep working with a picture box at the top and lines at the bottom, that's fine too. If you're somebody who doesn't really like drawing and you want to make more of a chapter book and you want to fill your pages with work, with writing, that's fine too. So do whatever works for you. You're the author, you are the designer of your book, and you're going to know the best way to lay it out. So go ahead and do, again, what works for you. But this is what I decided to do for my story. And I've decided that my characters are going to have this issue of these kids who are next door up in this window laughing at them. And this is what I wrote. It started with giggles. We heard them coming from the window on the top floor of the house next door. At first we thought it was nothing. Then we realized they were laughing at us. So there you go. There's my problem. Now, how does this get worse? Let's go get them, Sean whispered angrily. That wouldn't be kind, I said. Well, they are not very kind laughing at us. I thought about it for a second. I did not want to fight with our new neighbors, but I also did not want them laughing at us. I have an idea, I said. So as you can see, I spent this whole page really focusing in on that problem. And I really wanted to make it known for my readers that it's kind of a struggle because they want to do the right thing and they want to be nice, but they're also really mad about these kids making fun of them. And when I write, I have an idea, I'm sort of letting you know that on the next page, I'm going to be solving this problem. All right, so that's what you're doing on Monday. Write about your problem. Lay your story out, come up with a good problem, and write about it. On Wednesday, brainstorm, how is my character going to get out of trouble, right? So how am I going to get Sarah and Sean to solve this problem? What are they going to do about these kids next door? Are they going to fight with them? Are they going to go tell their mom? Are they going to run away and hide? How am I going to solve that problem for them? Once I come up with an idea, then you need to write the next page or two of your book. And if you're somebody who feels like one page is all you can do or all you need to do, go for it. If you want to write a few more pages where your characters are solving that problem, you can do that as well. Then I want you to focus on writing an ending for your story. So how is your book going to end? How are you going to wrap it up or maybe tease to your next book? Then go back and edit. You always have to read your work back to yourself and make sure it makes sense. And as an option, read your work to someone in your house and have them help you edit. It's only going to make your work better. All right, so this is what I decided to do. I decided to switch up my layout. So I've got my picture box at the top on one page and my picture box at the bottom on another page. And I'll do those illustrations another time. And I'm going to focus on both of these pages on getting my characters out of trouble. So this is what I wrote. "How are you?" I yelled, looking straight at the window. The giggling stopped. It was suddenly completely silent, except for the sounds of the birds chirping as they flew overhead. "What are you doing?" Sean asked. "Would you like to come down and play with us?" I yelled again, staring right at the window. "We have this new swing set. You could join us if you would like." Suddenly, the figures in the window disappeared. "Now what are they doing?" Sean asked. So here Sarah has solved the problem, right? She decided just to face those kids head on and ask them if they wanted to play. So the ending is where we're going to see what happens. Does it work? Does it get worse? So I decided that I like a happy ending, so that's what I did here. We heard a scuffling sound coming from the front yard. Then it moved to the gate. There they were. "Do you want to play?" I asked again nervously. "Sure," they said. And just like that, we all became fast friends. So there you go. My character has solved the problem. We have a good, happy ending. Mission accomplished. You have just written the first book of your series, or at least the rough draft of it. So now that you're ready to get started doing this on your own, here's something I want you to be thinking about. You have to bring your story to life. Now, you might be wondering, and how exactly do I do that, Mrs. Brenton? Here's how you bring your story to life. First, you have to unfreeze your characters, make them move, and make them talk. Second, take small steps and explain what happens first, next, and last. Third, bring out the insides. Make your characters feel and your readers think. Now, let me show you how I did that. First, I made sure that I included lots of times where my characters were talking. So I unfreezed them. I'm not just writing about them, I'm letting them talk in the story. So I made sure that Sean talked and I made sure that Sarah talked in the story. Remember also that when you're having somebody talking, you're going to use quotation marks, and that's exactly where my arrow is pointed. That lets your reader know that somebody is talking in the story. Now, taking small steps to explain what happens first, next, and last. So I'm going to use these arrows to show you how I did that. So first, it started with giggles. Then we realized they were laughing at us. I was thinking about it and I didn't want to fight with them, but I didn't want them laughing at us. Last, I had an idea, right? So I really broke down how this happened. I explained how it happened. That's something that you need to do in your story as well. Really take those steps to walk your reader through what your characters are going through. Third, when you're bringing out the insides, really help your reader to see that your characters have feelings. And you can see that I did this best where I circled here. And this is where Sarah is really struggling with what to do. She doesn't want to fight with her neighbors, but she doesn't want them laughing at us. And I think we all know what that feels like, right? When you just don't know what to do. Someone's not being nice, but what do? Do you fight them or do you get a grown-up? That really helps your reader to experience what your characters are going through, right? So again, bring your stories to life. Unfreeze your characters. Make them move, make them talk. Take small steps to tell your story. And third, bring out the insides. Show that your characters have feeling. Write about how they're feeling. I also did that when I said Sean whispered angrily. Sean was angry, and it's important that I let my reader know how he was feeling as well. And doing that helps your readers to think more about your story. All right, and then remember, when all of your writing is done, go back and edit. This is a rough draft, so you can make your edits right on the paper, and be sure to go through our checklist. Capital letter, punctuation, sounds like how we talk. All right, guys, so this is your work for the entire week. If Wednesday's work is feeling a little overwhelming, then save some of it for Friday. You have that day to kind of catch up on work. So if you want to do maybe a little bit on Wednesday and then a little bit on Friday, that's fine. Or if you're just really excited and you want to get it all done in one day, that's fine too. You have the whole week to work on all of this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Writing for me is so fun, and I'm so excited to see how your characters get in and out of trouble. Good luck, guys, and have a great week.